Alrighty, welcome cryptocurrency investing community. My name is Mark Anstead and I'm here to talk to you today about a project that is about to finish up their ICO, already crushed their soft cap, looking to hit their hard cap for their ICO, which is going to end on July 31st. And after their ICO ends, they're going to be listed on Coinbene, a top 10 cryptocurrency exchange. And this project is Farmatrust. So, what exactly is Farmatrust? What are they looking to achieve? So, Farmatrust has created a tracking system for the entire world with a transparent end-to-end solution for the pharmaceutical supply chain. They're utilizing the tools and technology available at their fingertips to help protect the world from counterfeit goods and expired products. It's pretty general knowledge that there are a lot of expired drugs out there, but something that a lot of people don't know is 30% of all of the drugs on the marketplace are counterfeit. That's ridiculous. 30% of all of the drugs are counterfeited. That's the brutal reality that we're in. So, Farmatrust is going to be using blockchain technology as well as big data and artificial intelligence to create a more efficient supply chain by reducing the amount of waste, like expired drugs, and to keep counterfeit drugs from entering the supply chain and then being brought to the marketplace for consumers, whether it's at retailers or at hospitals. And this is killing people. It's insane. So, how does their platform work? Like, what are the tokens on their platform? So in all of these cryptocurrency projects, they have tokens. So on Farmatrust platform, they have 3 tokens. The first is their utility token, FTT. It is a standard ERC20 token, so it's built on the Ethereum blockchain, and it has a limited supply of 1 billion tokens. They're going to be used on the platform by staking to receive ZOI tokens and compliance tracking tokens. Those are the other 2. The FTT token is also going to be the only one that is going to be publicly listed on exchanges. And this token also enables holders to participate in the ZOI ecosystem. I'll get into that a little bit later. So, the ZOI token. As I mentioned, you can receive this by staking your FTT tokens, and they can also be bought on the ZOI internal exchange. So this is the exchange that's going to be created by Farmatrust for their ecosystem. And this token allows regulators, pharmaceutical companies, supply chain organizations, and among others to access the available information on the ZOI platform. And these are only going to be used within the ZOI ecosystem. And whenever they're used on the platform, they are burned. So the third and final token is the compliance tracking token. And this is not a cryptocurrency. It is just a different name or a reference for a serialized product key, which is going to be used on its own blockchain. And this can be generated by staking FTT by pharmaceutical companies, and they will track a product or a packet when it's going through its supply chain and its life cycle. So it basically ensures that it doesn't expire. As well, in addition to that, all of the data used by these compliance tracking tokens are stored on the blockchain. So if you don't know yet, data is essentially the oil of the 21st century. Data is so valuable. So, different organizations can go and buy this data, giving it more value. So, when a product or a package ends up getting sold, these tokens are burned. Now let's take a look at the Farmatrust team. Their head and chairman is Lord Anthony. He has a ton of experience working with different projects and organizations. If you just go and check out his resume, it's unbelievable, as well as their CEO, CTO, and COO. They have so much experience, and they know what they're doing with the Internet of Things and logistics. It's amazing. So when people are looking at projects, one side that you have to look at is the use case, which they already have a working product, which I'll get into a little bit later, and they also have paying clients. In addition to that side of things, you also have to look at the team and who is building it. This team has been developing this project since 2016, so this is 2 years in that they've been developing it. And they have been basically creating it from the ground up. So on their entire team, including their advisory board, they have about 24 members. So they have a really nice group of individuals who are helping to establish this project to be successful. Now, something I mentioned a little bit earlier was they already have a working product. Now that is their MVP. It was finished back in about the first quarter of this year, and you can actually see how it functions on Farmatrust's YouTube. So if you just go onto YouTube and type in Farmatrust, you can check out their channel and see some of the different videos that they have. I believe it's also on their webpage, pharmatrust.io. And you can just scroll down and check out Farmatrust's MVP. Now it's really cool because you can see essentially on a map how the product or the package is being shipped anywhere throughout the world. You're also able to see the transaction hash that is placed from the Ethereum blockchain, because all of these transactions are stored on the blockchain, as I have mentioned. So they're immutable and they're completely transparent for everybody. So the big thing that I've been mentioning was the Zoe exchange. That is going to be going live in 2019 in the second quarter. That is going to be a really, really big stepping stone for this project. They already have done a ton of work. They've got paying clients like the Mongolian government. They have clients in Italy who are working with them. And in my opinion, going forward, for a long-term, for this organization to be successful in the long term, they really need to roll out this Zoe exchange next year and really stick to that timeline. Because in my opinion, I think that this is going to be one of the big deals that helps this project to succeed, because it has such a big use case for their ecosystem. So now let's take a quick look at the tokenomics for Farmatrust. As I've mentioned, their main token is FTT. It is an ERC20 token. It has a total supply of 1 billion tokens. And during the token sale, they'll be selling 600 million tokens. So that's about 60% of the total supply, which, if you're not very familiar with ICOs and different projects like that, 60% is a very solid amount to be sold during the ICO. The listing price during the ICO is 5 cents, and their soft cap was $7 million. They already crushed it. They've raised over $15 million to date, and their hard cap is $20 million and $20,250,000. So I'm really looking to see if they are able to achieve that hard cap. If they're not, it's okay. They're going to be listed on Coinbene to give all of their investors liquidity right after their ICO concludes on July 31st. So if you haven't participated, feel free to go to their website, check them out, check their white paper and all of that. So what are some of the distribution of the tokens going to look like? So as I mentioned, 60% is going towards the token sale. 10% is going towards the partnership pool. 10% is going towards the team. 10% is going towards their advisory pool. And then 10% is going towards operations. So if you don't know, or you don't really follow the tokenomic structure for different projects, 10% for a team is minimal. That is a tiny amount. A lot of projects out there are going to take 20-30% just for their team and founders. So it's really good to see that Farmatrust isn't doing that, and they're really showing that they believe that there's going to be a lot of value in this project. So after their ICO concludes, we can also get a look at what their proceeds are going to look like after their TDE, their token distribution event. It goes interchangeable with the different words. So 40% is going to go towards technology, 20% is going towards system compliance, 20% is going towards marketing, and 20% is going towards administration. So it's really nice to see that they have a nice chunk of that going towards marketing, because as you all know, you always need to have people that are backing you and supporting you in the community, because that's actually what helps create a lot of partnerships and different connections within, whether it's the cryptocurrency world or just regular businesses. That's how they're going to create their connections and really get a following for what they're doing. So if you haven't really heard enough during this little video, feel free to go to Farmatrust's website. It's farmatrust.io, farmatrust.io. And from there, you can go check out their white paper. You can check out some of their team members, do a little research on your own. And I think you'll find that this is a really awesome project with a great use case. Because in my opinion, I think that supply chain is one of the biggest industries that's going to be able to utilize blockchain. So thanks for listening. I hope you all have a great day. Have a good one.